but you got to come to a point and realize that it's your fault where you at in life.
Just like
it's
that.
Nobody else's fault except yours where you at in life. If you mad at yourself about your job, if you mad about who you with, if you're mad about anything with your life personally, man, it's your fault because you control everything that goes on in your life. And once you understand that, then you'll have nothing else to worry about. I promise.
Bottom line. That brother said a word. That brother said a word. That brother said a word right there. They say tabernacle. Said a word. That's the business, though, man. You're right about that, though, man. Hey, man, we were having a conversation earlier offline, man. Speak to me to your point. You were talking about the gurus and stuff like that, because we talk about the frustration in this industry and stuff like that and getting over the hump and all that. What were you saying about the gurus and all the information coming from everywhere?
For me, I know you work with the multi-level marketing. For me, with podcasting, you know, you brand new in podcasting or when you first jump out and you excited. You ready to jump in and learn something and you ready to invest in yourself, spend that money and do it. Then you find your coach or whatever. You pay all this money of $47, $57, $67. Sometimes $99, $100 they want from you. And you pay that and you thinking, this is the key, this is the gateway, this is the man that's going to lead me to everything that I want to be. And that's false. You're going to have to put it's so false. It is completely false because you still got to put in that work. Like, you still have to put in that work to get to where you want to be. And if you depended on your coach to get you there, let me tell you, that's not going to happen. No. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, waiting for somebody to do something for you. It's good to have a coach because for me, I guess to keep me balanced, to keep me on track, to keep me positive or whatever. True. You know, as far as motivational speaking or something like that. But I mean, they got they have the knowledge and they have the courses or whatever, but it's up to you to do with whatever you want to do with those courses and knowledge. They're not going to be calling you 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Mr. Shelton, did you do your coursework this morning? Did you make sure you do your multi-level marketing this morning? They're not going to do that. So you still going to have to take the initiative and get on your grind and handle your business.
You're right. I mean, it takes effort. I mean, it takes work. I mean, because you go spend 8 hours at a job, 8, 9, 10, however long you work, right? And then when you get off, of course you would say, well, I'm tired. I have no time to do this. I have no time to do that. I've been working all day. But you've been fulfilling somebody else's dream all day. When do you invest in your dreams? When do you invest in yourself? And I think, man, honestly, that's why so many people are angry out here right now in the world, because they look up and realize time done went by. And they've invested in everything else but themselves. And they haven't got a good return on their investments. And now they're mad.
You're right. 100% right. Nobody's looking for that quick fix, man. It's not going to happen like that.
Lies, all lies. It's not a quick fix. It's not.
I got a question, Shelton.
Yes, sir.
What made you start podcasting, man, and doing multi-level marketing?
Oh, man. Well, the podcasting part, man, came because I had a conversation, just back porch conversation with a friend of mine, man, and we were sitting back doing a radio, talking about doing a radio show. It just came up, and we were on Live 365, and then it was called Keeping It Real Radio on Live 365. So we were doing shows on there and everything, moving up the charts. I mean, everything was going real well, and then they ended up getting shut down because of some issues and stuff like that. So then tried to work with a station in Dallas, you know, and then that didn't work out because the money being spent on it and just the level of advertisement just really wasn't there what I wanted to do. Came here to Houston, was working with a station, you know, that's here on the AM dial right now, you know, trying to work and affiliate with them, and then that relationship really didn't work out. So I was like, you know what? I need to just build something myself. I want to just do it myself, my own way. And then that's why I started started searching. And then I found the Spreaker app and just found something that was affordable as far as, you know, starting to begin with, you know, and because I felt like, you know, I can do it better myself without cutting off a lot of stuff that really wasn't feeling it, because at the end of the day, Think About It Radio was my passion. Think About It Radio was something that was important to me, and so I couldn't expect anybody else, to have the drive and energy to make me a priority. I was an option to them, so I had to start making myself a priority to me. Right? And then I started building that and going from there with that. And then as far as the multi-level marketing and affiliate marketing stuff, I've been getting DBAs and EINs since I was like 17, 18 years old, right? Because I've always felt like business was important, because my dad had like a third grade education or whatever, right? And so he worked and grinded, was a supervisor for years and retired, had his own businesses, auto detailing, sold automobile, logging business, all this stuff, right, with the limited education. So I'm looking at this, right, what is my excuse, right? So I'm looking at jobs, and because I do like to talk a lot, I could possibly get in trouble at some of these jobs. So I was always going to have to keep myself a way to eat and a way to succeed in life financially, because the bills are not going to stop because my mouth. So I started getting into different organizations through the years, and some of them worked, some of them didn't. But I started getting involved in some other stuff recently, because it started making sense based upon who I was, because I have a financial background, and and I love finance, I love economics, I love business, I love people, I love positive, I love motivation. So some of these affiliations that I have now just made sense, with who I was, like with the My Econ and stuff, and with the Motor Club of America, Roadside Assist, and things of that nature. So those things just started making sense to what I was, because they were affordable options, and they were supply and demand. They were necessary, right? So they just like diapers in a nursery. They're necessary, right? So those things, man, it just made sense to me, man. And that's why I got involved in it. And it's been just different ebbs and flows, but I don't look at them as failures. Some of the things that didn't work right, I just look at them as learning experiences. And so that's why I love doing shows like this, because of the level of experience, because of the setbacks, and it's real conversation. It's not no whole bunch of fluff and you can make $10,000 a month and you can do this. Now, this is real. It's hard. It's not easy. But if like I said, if you know your why, it's worth it. It is definitely worth it if you know your why, because you will hear a lot of people say no. You will hear a lot of people lie. A lot of people will say all day long, I'm going to call you. That phone will not ring. A lot of people that you think will support you will not. A lot of people that you think that will not support you will. So, and I found out also you can't lock yourself in a box, because I go with all this agenda and all that agenda and all this, and sometimes I just be all by myself. So it's just all about what makes sense, man. And so that's why, it's kind of like what made me do those things. And so by having a podcast, and then also in those things as well, I can also advertise the businesses that I have and what I'm doing, and still get my message out with the podcast also, from just from a street level, man. Not all up here, and I'm not the wealthy or rich guy, nothing like that. I'm out here trying to make it out here in the world, and really trying to just give what I have to share with the people, man, that's trying to make it too, right? That made a decision like you to do something different and say, okay, I want to do something better, not for myself, but for your family, for your siblings. I think sometimes, man, we're too selfish as a people. We think about self too much, to where we don't think about the future, because we trying to get it.
Yep. I 100% agree with you, man.
Yeah, man.
Too much ego and pride.
Well, but people hauling off plates at a buffet. Why? Why are you doing that? Why are you putting that cake in that napkin and throwing it in your purse? Why are you doing that? This is a buffet.
Enough food for everybody.
It's enough for everybody, man. But see, because even those people, man, that you see, because again, when we got into those whatever affiliation that we started working with, right? When we got into it, we was like, oh my gosh, that looks good. The marketing, right? So the marketing is important. The marketing is important. Bringing people in is important. Attraction, marketing, because there's so much stuff out here, pictures and colors and all that kind of stuff. That is great. That is good. Okay, now you brought them in. Now what? So that's the key right there. Are you having physical conversations with people, or is it just all emails? Is it just all text messages? Is it all just whatever? I think the key to success, I believe, to businesses, and I think this is what helps mine, is a personal approach. Here's my phone number. Call me. Here's my information. Get a hold of me. You know what I mean? Though, be a person, be an individual. I think sometimes we're so social media savvy or so internet savvy, we don't just get in people's face. We forgot about offline marketing. Offline marketing is just as important as online marketing, right? Getting in people's faces, passing out cards. Man, I've been passing out cards for years, man. I love it. I feel something when I can pass out a business card.
Can I tell you a story, man?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I just went to this networking event last Thursday.
I saw you got cleaned up.
Man.
Hello? I think we lost them, but that's all right, though. Live radio, we coming back. We coming back. You can believe that. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I think we lost them, but it's okay, though. We're going to bounce back. See, you may hit in a bad area or something.
5 0 1
or something
8
may be coming through or something. I don't know, but that's all right, though. We're going to get it on back in and get this thing going. I can guarantee you that. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for listening. Hopefully we're saying some things on this show, man, that can really benefit you guys and resonate with you and help you guys really truly get over the hump. You know, that's the biggest thing, man. You know, I really hope that for you guys. You know, yes, sir. Are you back?
I'm back, man. I'm back.
Man, he back. I was trying to freestyle it for a minute. I was on. I say, well, thank you guys for tuning in. You know, the following show is brought to you by. Yeah, it is all good, man. It's all good, man. If you probably hit a bad area or something, it's all good. But what were you saying, my brother? Hello. See that? Live radio. It happens, though, you know. But it's okay. It's the first show of the one that we're doing, right? It's the first one that we're doing. But again, live radio. These things happen. These things happen on live radio. But we're going to get it going. We're going to keep it moving. We ain't going to let it stop us. You can believe that. We're not going to let it stop us. We're going to keep on pushing. Mind a setback for a major comeback. You understand? That's how these things go. You know, bottom line, man. You know, these things happen like this. But again, though, I hope you guys are really helped from some of the information.
Hello?
Yes, sir. You there?
I think I'm back, man. I think I got it together, man.
I think he's back. Okay. Well, again, audience, I hope you guys will help with some of the information that we are sharing, that we are talking about. Thank you guys for hanging with us through these technical difficulties. But it's live radio, man. But we're going to keep on pushing, though. Again, over the hump. We're going to get over the hump. Can you dig it? All right. We're going to get over the hump. I mean, this was a hump. That was a hump. It happens. You know, but we're going to keep it moving, though. You know, I'm quick on my feet. We're going to just keep it moving and keep it going and keep it flowing, you know. And now you were telling me a story about a networking event that you had to buy you some brand new Dockers for.
Yeah, man. I guess I can start from the beginning. Well, I had a networking event that I had to go to or wanted to go to. First networking event ever. Shelton, I'm just going to tell the truth. I don't wear suits or ties. I don't own a suit or a tie. Never have. I'm a hat, T-shirt, jeans kind of guy. So you can imagine how frustrating it was for me to come out of my element and try and find me some clothes to wear.
Yeah.
So I went to Kohl's, man, last week with the network event. Went to Kohl's, man, to try to find me something to wear. I got in Kohl's, man, and started freaking out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I started seeing all these different colors. It was pinks and purples and lime greens, dark greens.
You was in the
what
spring
chest
selection.
size you got? I'm like, I don't know what chest size I am. I don't know whether I want a bow tie or regular tie. I'm like, I don't know, khaki pants or I'm like, it's too much, man. I got overwhelmed. I left out of Kohl's completely, man. Went back to the truck and sat down. Like, had to take deep breaths and was like, okay, you said you wanted to change, right? This is what you want to do. This is me talking to myself. I'm like, you wanted to change. You said you wanted this. You're going to have to get it together and go in here and go and find you something. I went back in there, man, and found me an outfit. Got dressed, man. About an hour later, I'm at the event. Sat in the car at the event, outside the event for like 10 minutes, trying to hype myself up. You can do this. You can go in here. I'm like, you got all dressed up. You've been frustrated all day. What's the point of you just come driving, wasting your gas to come all the way over here and not go on the event? So finally, got to gather up the courage, I go in there.